This week I'd film just like a week of reading. It's the last week of term, so I think the likelihood that I get any phone calls for supply teaching is actually quite limited. Today is Monday and I didn't get a call, which is a bit bittersweet because no call, no money, but also no call. I get to spend the day reading. So the book that I have picked up this morning is My Favorite Bad Decision, which is by Elizabeth O'Rourke, and it is a new release. I'm so excited. So I've got it on my Kindle, but I'm also listening to it. On the cover of it is like a tent and a mountain, and I will read anything Elizabeth O'Rourke writes because she just has such a like easy to get into like writing style. I just feel like I can really picture what she's written, and I kind of went into this blind. I didn't really know what it was about. I assumed it was about, I don't know, camping adventure or something, and it is. It is about a girl. Our FMC is hiking Mount Kilimanjaro, and on the hike is her sister's ex-boyfriend from when they were like early 20s and when our FMC was 17. So I'm liking it. I think the first sort of 10% I was like, the sister was really cut up about this breakup, and so I'm like, okay, but they're gonna obviously get together and I'm not really sure how this is gonna play out, and I'm still feeling a little bit nervous about how that's gonna play out in the end. But I do really like the tension because it's very much enemies to lovers. Like, she hates him, she's so mean to him, and he is such like golden retriever energy. So be good. I'm enjoying it so far. There's a couple of like interesting side characters, like the other people that are on the hikes are just adding like a nice dimension to the story. And I was pinning the book as I was listening to it and just like trying to pin the vibes. I know that she's got like really long blonde hair, and her sister and her mum are models, so I know that she's beautiful. I'm having a harder time picturing him. I want to picture him rugged, but he's like a lawyer, so he's like a finance bro kind of vibes, like lives in the city. But his whole ethos is that he likes to do something every 6 months that's really hard that he might fail at, which I find super interesting because Mike just read a book recently all about like that you should do something that you might not succeed in, and how like good that is for your mental health, for your brain development, for just being able to like handle external stresses and pressures when they come up in life when you live a life like that. So it's really interesting so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping to FaceTime with my sister soon, so I'll get to like unpack it with her a bit more. But I think I should be able to finish this book today, and that's my plan. And then I've got a few more on my radar, so we'll see. Okay, so I just finished My Favorite Bad Decision. I'm eating my lunch, as you can see, and it was really cute. Like, I think probably a solid 4-star. I feel like it's like a 3.75, so I'll round it up to 4. I love books that travel. It's so fun to pin when the characters are off out and about. I loved that we didn't really we got a little bit of a third act breakup, but like not really. It wasn't like long and drawn out. The pacing was great. I love like that we're just in it and everyone's like happy, and I feel like this is going to be one of those like interconnected standalones because I feel like there's some breadcrumbs that maybe her older sister's book might be next, and that's quite exciting. And then maybe we might get the brother, I don't know. So really enjoyed it. I think like I love Elizabeth O'Rourke. She just hits every time. Like they're not literary genius pieces of fiction, but like they're fun and I have fun reading them. I'm trying to work out what I'm gonna go read next. I am trying to do my Goodreads challenges at the moment, and I've got one that's like a summer read challenge, and I think the next book I'm going to pick up is going to be something that is from that list. So I always find it really hard to film my computer screen. It's probably like a much better way to do it, but there are these challenges here, and I've done 5 out of 7 of them, and these are the ones that have just been released at the start of May 1st. And I've got this one here, which is Armchair Explorer, which is basically something that's like basking in the summertime is the vibes. So I like had a look through. I like that they're organized like I'm on a boat or like I'm taking a flight. And so I know I had a few of I want to read. So I have The Road to Tender Hearts. That's something that I could pick up. I've already read that. That's not out yet. It's a love story. So like that could be, I could put this off and wait. I've got Betty, which I know I really want to read, but I don't think I want to pick that up right now. This is the one I was thinking I was going to pick up, Wild Dark Shore. I've seen like a little bit of discourse online, like it looks really interesting, so I might pick that up. A family on a remote island, mysterious woman washed ashore, fiction mystery thriller. I haven't read I haven't read a mystery thriller in a while. That is an absolute lie. I quite literally just finished reading The Naturals and a book about a disappearance. Okay, that's a lie. I've read a lot of thriller in the last week, but maybe I'm in the vibes for this. 4.26 is pretty good on Goodreads with like 57,000 people. I think I'm just gonna pick this up. I think I'm just gonna force myself to pick this up. Hopefully, I'm just hoping for some like twists and turns. I am really, really good at predicting. Not to flex, but actually it's not a flex because it drives me nuts. Like I'm really good at predicting, and then I don't get like the sense of satisfaction when I predict things and they come true. Like I want to be like taken by surprise. So I'm going to pick that up now. I'm going to listen to this one, and I'm going to listen to it while I finish my lunch. And for all those that are interested, I'm having jalapeno mac and cheese, which is spicy, like so fresh and cheesy and delightful. It's pretty cool that they are like on this island to look after a seed vault, but it sounds like the world has gone to like chaos and carnage, and it sounds like one of the scientists has gone like mad, and I'm trying to work out who's bad. Is everybody bad? I do like trying to solve it. So I've just finished the book. I don't quite know how to talk about it without going into spoilers, so that's the issue number 1. Issue number 2 is it's a 2-star read for me, which is like such a rarity. Like 2 is like I actively didn't like it, and I really didn't like this book like at all, and I can't really unpack why without like giving so many spoilers. I've like quite literally just finished it too, so like I'm really just, this is my first sort of thought processes on it. I don't think I cared about any of the characters. There were definitely parts that were unpredictable, so I can appreciate that. The pacing was pretty good, but in terms of like the plot, I'm so dissatisfied with the ending. And if you've read it, you're going to understand exactly why I feel dissatisfied. I'm just very much like, what was the point? I'm so sad because I really like, I had seen so many great reviews, so many like people that I absolutely trust and adore in the like booktube kind of community, rating it like 4 stars, 5 stars, and I'm like, it's a 2 for me. And 2 is like bad for me because I was like, oh, is it a 3? But like, would I recommend it to anybody else? No, so it can't be a 3. Oh, I'm gonna like, I need to immediately go into something else. And I did have a look at like how many thrillers I've read recently, and it's like, that's my like 5th thriller in the last week. So I think I'm going to segue away from thrillers and pick something else. I might go straight into like just another romance just to like reset. It is a 2-book day though. I have officially finished 2 books. It is 3 p.m. I have got up very early, so I was up at about 6 o'clock. So I have been reading since 6 o'clock. I haven't really done anything else. I've like heated up my lunch, done a little bit of life admin. I've actually just sat here with my passion planner and just worked out what else I need to achieve today. I need to ring the doctor. I need to finish some admin stuff on the computer now, but I think I'm just gonna go straight into another book because 2 stars have a real habit of just like decimating my ability to read, or like my desire to read, I should say. So I'm gutted. I really thought I was gonna love that one. Maybe I should have waited for that new release to come out. Okay, I've just finished my admin tasks. I've made a doctor's appointment. I've like finished doing this online form thing I needed to do. I'm looking for a present for my niece's birthday, so I've got a bunch of tabs open to show Mike, and I'm about to go straight into another book. And I think I'm gonna go into a book called Burnout, which is just like a romance. I think it's like he's a motocross rider. I should look these things up before I start reading, but I haven't done that because when I looked on my audiobooks, it's like really short, and I think I just need like a quick win, and then tomorrow I might start something a bit meatier, maybe. Famous last words. She's a gymnast, he's a motocross rider. Yes, I do love a sports romance. I'm off. Well, I don't think I'm going to be reading much today because I'm off to work. I read a little bit of my Kindle last night. I'm reading a novella in the Elsie Silver, is it called Gold Rush Ranch series? I think it is. I read so many cowboy romance. Is it Lucky River? I'm like, no, that's a different one. So I was going to listen to some book this morning, but I think I'm actually just going to listen to some music because after work, I'm hoping that I can get the new Liz Tomaforty book. So I'm so excited for the final in the Windy City series. Right now I am blocked in, so this is going to be a bit of a nightmare to get out, but I'll talk to you later. Home from work. I didn't really get to listen to much book. I've listened to a little bit of a Stephen King book, which I don't know if I already said this morning, picked based on the trailer I watched, and it's very interesting. It feels like I'm watching it, which is always an exciting way to read a book. But today is the 20th and it is release day for so many books. So I'm just trying to work out what I want to spend my Audible credit on because I really want the Windy City book, but what other ones have I got? The next Releasing 10 comes out in a week. The Night and the Moth, the Rachel Gillig book. Fallen Court, the Filthy Rich Fae book. So many. How do I choose? Okay, it is Wednesday and I've just driven to the school that I'm working at today. It's about like a 45-minute drive, so which was quite good because I was able to finish the Stephen King book that I was reading. The ending? I don't know how to feel. I can't tell if it's like a legit ending, a metaphorical ending. I don't know. I'd be really interested as to how they do that ending in the film, as if to like they leave it open-ended, because it's very much like one of those endings where I get to decide, which is my absolute pet peeve. Like I hate having to think. I don't want to decide what the ending is. I want you as the author to tell me what the outcome is. So I've given that 4 stars and I'm really happy that I finished that because I've got like a 45-minute drive home tonight from the school that I'm at today, and I've just started the final Windy City book and I'm so excited to read that. Yesterday so many books were released that I want to read, so I didn't read anything on my Kindle last night. I was so tired. I actually got home, had a nap, which I never do, and then proceeded to be asleep really early, so I'm feeling quite crummy at the moment. I thought maybe it was just like a couple of late nights in a row, but I think I might be coming down with something, so not ideal, but kind of makes sense because everybody at the school I was at yesterday was quite sick, so I think there's like a lot of sickness going around. So yeah, I'm actually booked out. I think I said this in yesterday's clip, but I'm booked out for the rest of the week. So like I had this grand idea that this was going to be an amazing reading vlog, and I didn't think I'd be working today, and I didn't think I'd be working tomorrow, and I was like, oh, I can film like packing for London and all this stuff. So it might be a pretty boring one, and it might end up being like I might have to add some other stuff in to like fluff this up a bit, but I did enjoy the Stephen King book. I really enjoyed the main character. I thought it was super interesting. Oh, I felt like I was on the walk. Like some of the descriptions of them walking and like their injuries and stuff was just like, ugh. Seems like it'd be an easy concept, but I don't think it was. So, no, I don't think it was. It definitely wasn't. Yeah, I might check back in once I've driven home tonight and listen to a bit more of the book, but I've listened to like an hour of it and I just love it. I love Rio. I'm so excited for this, to find out like what happened when they were younger, as to like why they sort of despise each other is what it feels like at the moment. But I'm also sad because I don't want to say goodbye to these characters, but I need to go into the school now and earn some money. Right, the lighting is a little bit atrocious because I've got the blinds down because it's so hot, and I've just got home from work and our room is like a sauna because we're on the 4th floor. But I've just finished Rewind It Back, and thankfully you can't really tell, but I've actually just been sobbing. Like, there was a part that happened that I just went and just absolutely sobbed. Rio, the man that you are, I feel like I'm like, oh, she can't write a better man. Like, she's written a perfect man. And then every book I'm like, oh my God, they just keep getting like better and better. When he says the line, like, you're not just part of my world, you're the center of it. Take notes, everyone. I don't want to say too much more because I don't want to do anything spoilery, but I'm like, men need to step their game up, because unfortunately for y'all, these are the kind of men we're reading about, and they are so emotionally intelligent, so kind, so caring, so loving and romantic. I don't normally, second chance romance is normally one of my most absolute hated tropes, and this one hinged on like the world's biggest miscommunication. It's a 5-star read. Like, it's perfect. I cannot wait for my sister to finish this, and I'm gonna ring her and just bloop, 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 all about it. But I've been texting one of my book club girls and like just texting her my reactions as I'm reading it, because I'm just like, I've got to like get it out. So good, so spicy. Whoa. There's a couple of scenes where I was like, I'm always in that fear, like, AirPods, do not disconnect right now. I will be in so much trouble. I've absolutely loved it, but I feel like really, really depressed that like the Windy City book is over. But it really felt like the neighbors were being teased, like Ren and then her brothers. And I'm like, is that, I know she's got another like duology, and is that them, or are we being teased in a new book? I loved it, and I've got so much life admin to do tonight, so I need to think about what I'm going to read next. And like, tomorrow I can pretty much, like, I'll read my Kindle tonight, and I'm still in the middle of the novella because I went to a concert last night. I've been shocking. I'm so tired. My eyeballs feel like they're hanging out my head. Still in the middle of the novella. I'm hoping to finish that tonight. I'll take my Kindle with me to London because I'll probably read there. But I'm like, I'll take my AirPods as well because I'll be able to listen. But I don't really know what my reading looks like this weekend. I think I'm going to go into The Night and the Moth next by Rachel Gillig. I'm really excited for that one. And I think I've been reading so much like romance and like thrillers and non-fiction that I'm like, okay, I probably should pick up a fantasy. But yeah, oh my gosh, I can't wait to unpack this with my sister. Oh, I will read anything Liz writes. She's a queen. Her and Elsie Silver, Mariana Zapata, top tier. Top tier. Perfection. I'm so freaking happy. I'm so happy. Another day, another dollar. I didn't pick up my Kindle last night and read, did I? Absolutely not. I did not. I FaceTimed my sister and then doom scrolled. But I just can't stop thinking about Rewind It Back and just about how much I loved it, and that if I could 6-star it, I would. It was such a fantastic book. It was so beautifully written. I'm on like cloud 9 because now like lots of other people are finishing it, so I feel like I've got people to talk to about it. And I just think Rio's gorgeous. The whole part, and I think I said this in my last clip, but the whole part about having our female character not be like part of his world but being the center of it. Yes. Sorry, I have ADHD'd away because there is a crow that is trying to steal a window wiper. Anyway, I've got to go into work now. I don't know how much I'm going to read today. It might be a no reading day, which I'm not okay with, because on Fridays I force myself to listen to music on the way to work, because otherwise I would just never ever use my Spotify, and I actually like music, but books tend to take precedence. So I might listen to something on the way to London tonight once Mike and I have like sort of chatted about our day. I'll see how he feels, if he's got some podcasts he wants to catch up on. And I might read a little bit before bed, but probably not because I'll be too busy yapping. I started to film that last clip and someone sat next to me, but I finished the Gold Rush River Ranch novella and it was so cute. I'm just sitting outside the British Museum, Mike's inside having a look. I have no idea if you can hear me. And then I caught up on Dracula, and now someone's going to sit with me again.